Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. Look who I found this morning. It's Eddie. And Eddie has found a girlfriend. I think he's in love. He's found the Christmas fairy. See how happy he looks? Eddie, you got to let her go because she goes on the top of the tree. No, you don't want to let her go. Right, well you sit over there for a bit, but she's got to go on the tree. Honestly, these boys, goodness me. Okay, today I want to play with this Toadstool Cottage that I've got from the Card Hut. It's by Ravenscroft. Its artwork is just beautiful. I have had a few of Linda Ravenscroft stamps, and this one is called Fairyland 08 and Toadstool Cottage. So let's have a little play with it and do some colouring, eh? Okay. I'm going to use my watercolours for this. So here we go on, watercolours and stamping. So I want to stamp what I want on it. This is 6.5, 6.5. And this is the stamp. As you can see, you get extra, you know, things for layering if you want to 3D it. So that's going to go there. So I'm going to stamp that first. How are you all doing? Are you all right? I hope so. Not long to go now for Christmas. Just do that one more time. So what are you all having for Christmas? Let me know in the messages. Is it something craft or is it something else? That's fine now, that one. Let's pop that back on there. Yes, you get all the extras on here. You get an extra door, and it says cottage comfort. And you get an extra little lamp for the side here, this little lamp, and you get an extra bird stand, so you can 3D everything and decoupage it all. So I'll put that to one side. And what I have got, I've got from Lavinia, I've got their fairy ladders, which I like. So I thought I'd put some fairy ladders up here. You know, they've got to get up to clean the roof, haven't they? So first of all, the small one, I'm going to put it there because they climb up there to make sure I've got that on the right side. Yeah, they climb up there to put some food on for the birds. But look, a little ladybird is up there. So let's pop that on. This is where you can build up your image with all your stamps you've got. Get them all out and have a look what's best for it. You see that? That's perfect, isn't it? And this is the tall one, which we'll have behind here. Put that as close to there as possible. I like that. That's nice, that. It uses up all your stamps, doesn't it? Let's put that back in the bag. then they don't get lost. Okay, that's done. And what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd do something like, because it's going to be a snowy scene, a lovely snowy scene. I thought I'd do some of the hills at the back, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop that on there and to get my finger daubers and just do a little bit of faded jeans, so just to determine where that hill is, like that. That's all I need, like that. Because I want to paint today with my watercolours and see how we go on with that. But while I've got this here, this is why I've left it in, I want to do some trees. What I might do is paint it first and then do that after, so that it's more defined. So let's paint this this scene. So I've got my Chromatech watercolour brushes. And get my my other brushes out. So I'm just going to add some water over the sky here. Just a bit of water on there. Then I'll get my paints. Dip in. That's a heron blue. So that's quite strong, isn't it? Get my water and just smooth that out. I had a sky blue, but I've not. Don't know where that's gone. Anyway. I should have done this on watercolour paper, but it doesn't matter. This is the Pink Frog 300 GSM. And what I'm doing is I'm just leaving a few clouds up in that sky. And that as the water dries, this becomes darker again, and you can just blend up with your sky. Yeah, I should have used watercolour paper. Not to worry. And if you can see, that's just done a cloud there. Just clouds in the sky. And as it's gone darker, we're going over the toadstool. Just to make it stand out. That's a nice sky, isn't it? This is just a violet, so don't want it too dark. So I'm just going to get my brush. I'm just going to go on the end of it and just add a little bit of lavender to it, to that sky. Just a hint of lavender in there. So I do recommend use watercolor paper if you're doing this. The difference with watercolour paper is that would thin out a lot more than that has. So I'm just going to go back with my blue, put that away, go back with my heron blue, and I'm just going to go along there to darken that edge there, like that. And that just sort of evens it up, doesn't it? Like that. What you do find is if you don't use watercolour paper, you'll get little bits of cardstock coming off, and you don't get that with watercolour paper. Like that off there. Okay, so we're going to go now with the toadstool. Get some reds. And a darker red. So this one is called, that's red, and this one is carmine. So just on a little bit of rough cardstock here. Just going to see which is the lightest red. That's the carmine. That's the darker red, yeah. So I'm going to go with carmine first. And don't worry if you go in those little white bits that should be white, because you can use your white after, and I'll use my pen white because I want to put some snow on the toadstool afterwards as well. Sometimes it's just lovely to just sit and paint. And as you're concentrating on your artwork, your painting, you're not worried about anything else, are you? The world just drifts away with all its troubles. So that's nice, isn't it? Do this one. And of course you can use your pencils and your Inktense pencils, or alcohol markers, your markers. I find with stamping like this and colouring, it's suitable for any age, absolutely any age, for yourselves or for the children. It doesn't matter. The main thing of it is to have the enjoyment of it. So I'm just leaving that side a little bit lighter from any light coming in. Okay, let's get the carmine now. Sorry, the red. And that's darker, so what I'm doing is I'm just shading down the side to give it that little bit more of a 3D look with shades. And under those, I don't know what they call them. But you know the white blobs that are on toadstools. Okay, everybody, what are they called? Is there a name for them? I bet there isn't. So we're going under here because obviously that's shaded underneath here. Just a little bit down the side there. Put a bit of water on. Blend it out. That's looking good, isn't it? See the difference when you start shading? It's amazing, isn't it? Bit of water. Blend that out so there's no harsh lines. So that's the tops of those done. And while I'm at it, I'm going to do this little ladybird. There we are. And these little flowers here, we can pretend that these are poinsettias out here, can't we? And of course the the other part of it, it's like a mushroom colour, isn't it? So what I'll do is I'll get this one, which is not that one. This is khaki. I'll water it down. Check it out on my. That seems a bit better. I'm going to get my grey. So that's blue grey. I would have done for the sky, wouldn't it? I'll water down my grey. And that gives it more of a mushroomy colour, doesn't it? I'll just let that dry a little bit while I do the rest of the house. So just that little bit of watered down grey Brings it out a mushroomy colour. Toadstool. So I'm going to go under here now and do some shading. Down those pleats there that you get under your mushroom. Some shading under here. Like that. And under there. I'm going to get a dark brown now and do inside this door here. That door that goes on there. Don't need that blue. Blue grey. Get my grey back. Get some more shading on. So as it dries, go over and add more shading. To say this isn't watercolour cardstock, it's doing brilliantly, and that speaks volumes for Pink Frog's cardstock. You know, just what it will take. Because as you've seen, I've put a lot of water on here. So it's a good recommendation for you. Well, can you see that? Now, it's looking nice, isn't it? And the door, this is called Sienna. So we'll do a nice brown door. It's not too dark a brown, this Sienna. And the window here. The wood, anything that's wood. This tree branch. That's done that. To get a little bit of yellow, but just inside there, because the light's on. You can see, can't you? Just water that down a bit. There we are. Got to get that grey again. And I'm just going to go along the steps and some of these stones here. I'm going to put some snow on here. So there we are, windowsill. Forget the windowsill. And obviously you've got like a terracotta for the plant pots. So I don't want ginger. I think I'll go back to the khaki. And then I'll add a bit of brown on top of that. So I'm going to water that down, that dark brown. that's done that. So we need some green now, don't we? This is grass green. Again, I'll water it down. You've got your plants. I'll get some snow on top of that after. The curtain inside, I think I'll do in a purple. I think this is like a, it's called Byzantine. It's nice, isn't it? Nice and colourful. It's really coming together now, isn't it? What's that? That's a hickory. Just water that down a bit. There. That's a good colour, that, for plant pots. Hickory. Good to remember. And a darker green. Let's get an olive. That's pear yellow. And just, because obviously autumn has been, and then it leaves, got that little bit of a yellow, a golden tint to it, hasn't it? We still have some leaves on the trees. They're mainly all gone now in the brown and gold. This is the lamp here. So this is a grey, so I'm just going to water that down and do this chimney, which will be a metal, so it's, you know, this is sort of the right colour, isn't it? But where my blacks? Here's my, so I've got some black. Just water that down a little bit. Just shade that there. And you see that's made it more round looking. And underneath there. That's done that, hasn't it? And the ladybird's head. So, there's a pot here. So I'm going to do that with a bit of grey. Got a pot in the window. Okay, so let's pop them over there. I'll put them away after. But I'm going to get my blue back again, which was the heron blue, and I'm going to really water that down. And I just want to sort of go around the edge there. There's a bit of a shading on the snow here. Oh, that's done some white, hasn't it? It's okay. Let my blue come back out again. And where the ladders have gone in the snow. Okay. What I want to do now is I want to get my stamping platform back and put some trees in the background there. And I'm going to use the Lavinia skeleton trees. So some of these, there's 3 in the set. And I think they're nice as sort of a winter tree, you know, that don't have any leaves or anything on. I mean, you can do the fir ones as well, like the Christmas trees. So that's nice. So do that in the background. Again on that one, just further down. There. Just as if it's standing behind. You can see that behind the hill. And I'm going to get the small one. Make sure that's lined up there properly. And it just makes your scene up, doesn't it? Without it being flat at the back. And that one just a little bit higher there. And just using a second generation, I'm just going to pop that in there like that, a bit of a bush at the back. Can you see how that's giving that a look of a bush? And then down here. Oops. I think I'll put the big one at the end. That'll be good. So that one right at the end there. Yeah, I like that. Nice that. That's looking lovely, isn't it? We're having some fun. And I've got pipin. Well, you've got to have a bunny in it, haven't you? And Pipin is stood here and he's looking up at the ladybird here. Thinking, what food are you getting up there? I've not got any down here. How high can he hop? Oh, he's cute, isn't he? Cute. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's pop Pippi back in there, then he doesn't get lost. Because he has been lost on many an occasion. Just get something to wipe my fingers. Then we'll take this off here. Come on. So let's snow it up, shall we? So I won't be sticking this on a card. It'll probably go in my journal later when it's all dry. So I'm going to get my pen white. I don't know if that one will open. Oh yes, it does. Right, okay. I'm going to use this, which is the Luma Bleed Proof White by Dale Rowney. I like this one. It is a favourite. So it is quite thick, so it does really good snow. I need to get my grey back. See, you always forget something, don't you, when you're doing stuff. So under these lumps, I'm going to call them lumps. What else can we call them? Just going to do a little bit of grey underneath, just to shade it. Not a lot, because they are supposed to be white. But if they're standing up, obviously they've got a little bit of shade underneath them. That's it. Okay, back to my luma. So we had some snow on the roof. That's it. And on top of these lumps, so I'm going to have to Google, what do they call the white spots on a toadstool? There's probably not a name for them. But anyway, they've got snow on them now. I'm just going to whiten them up. So it's at this point, if you've gone in with a bit of red, you can add your bleed proof white. It's really worth having this, you know, it really is. Even if you're just painting with white, you know, it's snow on the steps. And on the grass. A little bit on the flowers. Up. Down the step to there. Just want to get that yellow back, because I want to do that lamp with some yellow, as if there's a light in it. With having the extra lamp, you know, you can put them out anywhere. It's good that they have all these extras. And of course, when this is all dry, you know what I'm going to put on it, don't you? Eddie's favourite, glitter. Oh, I might let Eddie do it. Yeah, I'm looking at him, he's smiling now. I think the girlfriend will get dumped. Dumped for glitter. Is that on your list to Santa, Eddie? A pot of glitter. And then snow on these trees. I will put glitter all along here. I might dry it off and put it on while I'm on here, and then you can see it finished. It's looking lovely, isn't it? I like how with the hill here, a bit of snow on the chimney pot, and a bit on the trees where it's fallen, especially the tops of the trees. Always get the tops. Okay, that's that. I'm just going to give that a quick, see if I can quick dry that. I just didn't want to warp it too much. Right, bit of noise. Let that warm up. Some tissue. Dry that a little bit because it's quite thick now. Look on the nail. Scissors. My nails catching. Okay, so if I press that down onto my white paper, I shall take any excess off. Let me see. Just get an extra clean sheet. Let's add some glitter to this snow. Let's have a look how we're doing with that. Get my glitter tray. Lady's eyes have lit up. A glass slipper or starshine, I think. Don't want it too silvery. Just a snowy glitter. Oh, can you see that? Oh, you need to be sat here with me so you can see it properly. Oh, how lovely is that? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is truly lovely. And then, last of all, spray some snow on as if it's snowing. So I'll just get this is my old acrylic block and I have all white paint and all sorts on here, but it's good. Get my fan brush. Just go in and get some on my fan brush there, like that. And then I'll add a little bit of water to it. Use my spray. Don't want too much on, but I need it. When you're doing it, you don't want it too thick that it won't sort of do droplets. So you need it a little bit watery, but not too watery that it takes the white away. So let's give that a try. Oh yes, look at it snowing. Over pip. Very snowy day that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Just going to get a little bit of that snow. Pop it on the table. There. There we have it. What do you think of that? Isn't that a gorgeous toadstool? Let me just wipe my hands. I'm getting white paint on everything. Okay. Look at that. when that's dry, I'll pop it in my journal. And that's today's creation. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. And Eddie, put your girlfriend down and come and say bye-bye. He's not for letting go of her at all. All right, okay. Say bye-bye. 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 Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give us a thumbs up. And I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.